Letter C. Muhammad Sidan Ketty from Arabic Village. B grade 3 point. Letter B. Muhammad Sharif K. A. Al Irshad Campus. B grade 3 point. Other grade. Letter D. Muhammad Rayyan Kattipara from Model Academy. B grade 3 point. And third prize category B zone Mapilapad. Letter A. Muhammad Saeed CP Dibatul Quran A grade 6 point. And second prize letter E. Muhammad Mithlaj PM from School of Excellence A grade 7 point. And the first prize B zone Mapilapad first prize letter G Abdul Qadir from Takfir al Quran College A grade 8 point. Congrats to winners. It is please not letter B on the stage.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good evening. Warm to welcome to all to this episode of Political Pulse. I am your host Sobi Ahmad. Today we sit down with the face of political criticism, Irfan Ashraf, to the national general election that is going to take place 2024. First of all, I would like welcome Irfan Ashraf to the dais. Sir, please welcome. Good evening. So, we are very glad to you here.
I'm so happy to be here. It's a rush hour, so without any further ado, let's dive to right the topic.
Yeah. So, we have a parliamentary election coming up next year. The NDA won past election 2 times in a row. As a political observer, how do you look forward the upcoming election, the biggest democracy in the world?
I would like to address your last part of your question first. Is it biggest democracy in the world? I doubt it. The democracy is being slowly disappeared from our country.
The matter of whether our country still remains democratic or not, that is another discussion. For the sake of the moment, let's talk about the elections. Who do you think is going to win the elections?
When we talk about the elections, as you have said before, NDA won 2 times in a row, striking the entire Indian politics. But coming to the present India, the politics is capricious and unpredictable. Because the political atmosphere of our nation has changed. The last election, since the last election, the opposition reformed itself, making a new alliance called Indian National Democratic Inclusive Alliance, abbreviated as India. Congress won State Legislative Assembly of Karnataka. So, in a nutshell, the answer to the question, who will win in 2024 election, it's still unpredictable.
Oh. So basically, what you are saying is the distributed the leaning of the Indian general politics out to the right, being that we have seen in the last few years. The opposition still can take a shot at the upcoming elections, right?
Exactly. Our opposition got a wake-up call for their lost years 2 in a row. So they, especially the Indian National Congress, are getting to their back the best fit. They lost years ago. The formation of India is the best sign of that. And look, they get Karnataka state back from BJP. These basically mean they are going to the India Congress and opposition are going to the glory days. Even though I don't necessarily mean they are going to win the elections, but I'm pretty sure they are going to make a comeback.
Even so, they have a chance of victory. This competition is never going to be easy, right? Do you think the NTI is ever going to go easy on them?
Never. The NTA is never going to let them make the easy peasy. You know what I mean? NTA bagged 2 times in a row the last elections, and plus they have increased their seats in Lok Sabha 2019, which compared to the first term, the morning consults, world leading portal which tracks the popularity of world leaders, shows that a vast 78 percentage of Indian population approves Narendra Modi's administration. Look at the last state assembly elections of the last month. The NTA bagged 3 times of those 5 states with a wide margin. The fact that they still managed to get the majority of the Hindi belt, even they were criticized for their stance on minorities, humanitarian problems by a lot of activists and international media, etc. It's a mind-blowing. So, as if matter of fact, the NTA will give to the India bloc a tough competition.
When we talk about the NTI and BJP, we'll never be able to not talk about the criticism of the visit since the beginning of their administration concerning the ideology they uphold. How do you address those issues?
Speaking of minorities and humanitarian problems, both NTA's governments have been facing a lot of criticism, backlash over their extreme political approach, motivated by right-wing Hindu nationalism that directly and indirectly harm and discriminates their politics, harm and discriminates their minorities and the ethnic groups of the nation. 2 years ago, we witnessed nationwide citizenship amendment act government put forward. And they have also tried to modify the curriculum in the schools and colleges to erase the textbook portions that they oppose and dissatisfy their political agenda like democracy and their historical of Mughal Empire. And they changed that looks put a Hindu idols anywhere possible. Even the emblem of medical science, Indian Medical Council, they performed Hindu rituals when they inaugurated the new parliament building. But whether of these issues or criticism will affect their election or not, it's another question that can be easily said answered. Because look, amid all their all challenges, but they still win all the time. They still all the time. Otherwise, look at the case of Wrestling Federation, the Brij Bhushan Singh, a former president Brij Bhushan Singh has been accused more than 7 athletes got orders to re-election. Then Brij Bhushan's sidekicks re-elected as the president of Wrestling Federation. This is the current depiction of our politics. That why but rise of hope and optimism is still there. We can save the democracy at any cost. We can do this time. Hope for the best, and thank you enough.
So, Indian democracy at its most crucial point. This election going to determine the extent of our country. So, make sure each your vote get counted, be a good citizen and ambassador of our national value. Let's wind it up. Thank you very much for being here. We are so glad here for me. I really appreciate